What's up guys? Today we're going to be showing you how easy it is to install SuperATV's flip windshield on this Polaris Ranger 570 SP. So let's jump right in. First things first, you always want to remove your windshield from the packaging, lay it up on your machine to confirm that it fits. We've already done this with ours and it's fitting good, so we're going to go ahead and remove the protective film from both sides. So now we're going to install our bulb seal to our windshield. We want to start on the top corner. You can tell the top from the bottom because the top's going to have two holes that are close together. The bottom will have equally spaced holes all the way across. So we're going to take our bulb seal, start right here on this edge, and work it all the way around the windshield. So once you get to this point here, you're going to want to go ahead and cut off your excess. So now we're going to grab our gas struts as well as our clamps and thread our strut right into the clamp. So now we're going to grab our top bracket and install it to the windshield just like so, using our short Allen-headed hardware as well as a sealing washer. You want to make sure that the sealing portion of the washer is facing towards the windshield. So we're going to install our hardware from the outside in. Once you have it through, just go ahead and install the nut. We're not fully tighten anything. We're going to make sure that we get all of our hardware started all the way across the windshield. Now using the same hardware, we're going to attach our bottom bracket, just like so. So now we're going to grab our bracket and make sure that the flat side, the closed up end, is facing towards the outside. Go ahead and install it to the windshield just like so. You want to do that for both sides. we're gonna get our package that has our handle and our catch. We have our handle that's gonna go on the inside, just like this. That lines up with these two holes right next to this bracket we just installed. And then we have our support bracket. Our hardware is gonna go through our support bracket like this, through the windshield, through our handle. And we're just gonna install the provided hardware. And we will leave this hardware loose because we will have to adjust it. So this is how your bracket's supposed to go for this one. We're just repeating the same steps from the opposite side. So now we're going to take our gasket and apply it across the top of the windshield. Once you get to this point here, just go ahead and cut off your excess. So now we're going to install our latch bracket to our clamp, utilizing the M8 screws in the kit. So now we're going to grab our catch and catch support, as well as the hardware that comes with the catch and catch support. Install our hardware through the catch into the catch support. Just like this, we'll repeat the same step on this clamp here. Now we're going to grab our gas strut that we previously attached to our clamp, slide it on the cage, and then I like to just take my socket and loosely start, just enough to kind of hold the clamp in place on my hardware here. So as you can see, we can still move it around, but it'll stay in place. Same steps on this side. I'm going to run the hardware up. So we're just loosening our hardware up in our clamps here. That way it makes it so where we can just slip our clamps right on the cage. You don't have to remove it completely. Just back them out a good ways. That way it slides over nice and easy. You don't have to fight it. And we're just going to take these and get them installed. Now we're going to install our clamps to the cage just like so. And again, just kind of run them up and snug them into place. We will have to adjust them around, but just snug it. That way they stay there and they're ready to go. Now we're going to go ahead and remove our roof. So we're going to grab our last bits of hardware here. We have our Allens, flat washers, and nylock nuts, and our pins. So we're going to install our hardware to the pin. Like this, and then I just loosened my roof hardware, that way I could lift it up enough to install the pin hardware just down through the cage like that. On the back side, you're going to install a flat washer as well as a nylock nut. Now we're going to install our barrel with the opening facing towards the outside. And then repeat the same steps on the opposite side. Now we can go through and fully tighten all of our bracketry hardware. The only thing we don't want to tighten is the handle and the barrels we just installed. So now we're going to go ahead and install the windshield to the machine, where we already have one of our pins installed. Just going to take our windshield, line it up with the pin, slide it into position just like so, and then grab our other pin as well as the same hardware we used for our pin on the driver's side. Just going to take our pin, line it up with our barrel, lift our windshield up, line our hardware up. Let's go ahead and get our hardware started. Now we just want to go through, start adjusting it to where the windshield's going to sit exactly how it's supposed to, make sure it has even gaps on both sides, and then we want to start fully tightening our pin hardware as well as our barrel hardware. Now we need to tighten our strut mount. So now we're going to flip our windshield up. And just kind of figure out where we need to get our strut placement. So where we have this one looks pretty good to me. I'm just going to go ahead and start my hardware on my strut. And then go ahead and tighten the hardware on the clamp. And then, as you can see here, that's the incorrect location because it will not allow the windshield to close. So we're going to have to loosen it up. Right there. So what we're looking for here is for our windshield to flip up nicely, but also be able to close. Depending on where you adjust it to, you could have it to where it opens up, but doesn't want to close all the way. So that's what we're trying to figure out is the correct location. As well as the correct location for our catch. So now what we're going to do is measure where our clamp is in comparison to the plastic here. So if we measure straight up, it's 540 millimeters to the bottom of our clamp. We're going to set our passenger side clamp up exactly how we have our driver. That way it opens nicely and it sits nice and flat. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to go ahead and connect our strut to our bracket. Get our nut started. Now that we have our struts tightened, we're going to go ahead and close our windshield. Get it latched. And then we need to go through and kind of see where everything's at and fully tighten it. So we know our handle is sitting straight. We need to tighten it completely at this point. So you want to run your lower clamps all the way down as far as they'll go on the cage. That seems to be working good for us. So we're going to go ahead and fully tighten our cage clamps. Now we're going to tighten our bracket to our clamps. Then we're going to adjust our catch. I'm going to adjust it to where the bracket lines up flush with, or sorry, the support lines up flush with our bracket. So once you've got your windshield fully adjusted and all your hardware fully tightened, that's all there is to it to install SuperATV's flip windshield on this Polaris Ranger 570 SP. Be sure to check the description below for a link to pick yours up today. And while you're there, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.